everybody. Welcome back to Burst TV. I hope you're having a wonderful long weekend. Happy Labor Day to you. For most of us, these long weekends involve barbecues, picnics, spending time with friends and family, and we don't really think much of the holiday itself. Well, Labor Day, the celebration actually started way back in 1882, somewhere around there, and it was where like 10,000 people marched the streets of Manhattan demanding a better work life for themselves. The average work day was 12 hours and folks were working 6 days a week. As you can imagine, the labor movement and the equal rights movement were deeply intertwined throughout our history. So let's take a moment to thank all of those people that fought for these rights, past and present. Okay, quick announcement about Project X. It went really, really well. The feedback has been incredible. And no, I can't tell you what it is. But for those of you who aren't familiar with Project X, essentially when Burst develops a product, they come to the ambassador community. Now there are over 20,000 dental professionals and they have to keep it limited, but it's basically first come, first serve. But quite a few of us get to test the product, give our feedback on how they can make it a little bit better, what we do and don't like about it. That's a great guarantee that consumers are going to get a product that dental professionals can really stand by. And it makes us feel good about being part of this company. Besides the profit sharing and the running club and the book club and all these things that are meant to help support us in our endeavors and help bring us closer as a community, this just is another way that we can get involved and to ensure consumers that it's dental professionals that are helping put these things together that are going to come to market. It's amazing. Now, in case you missed it, August 22nd was National Tooth Fairy Day, and that was also the kickoff for our new Burst Tooth Fairy program. So listen up, if you've got little ones at home or you know some little ones, anytime they've got a loose tooth, if they want to read their tooth fairy letters, send us pictures of their excitement and their experience. We just cannot get enough of it. It's so adorable. And we happen to know the tooth fairy. So every once in a while, select children are going to get a little surprise in the mail, perhaps. So make sure to follow all of our social media channels. And if you have a little one that wants to share their tooth fairy story, they can just upload pictures and videos and use the hashtag BurstToothFairy. Okay, so let's move on to our featured segment for today. We've got co-founder Brittany Stewart, who people ask her a lot of questions, and they're kind of curious about her life and the company, and so she's been kind enough to answer another ambassador question. So take it away, Brittany.
So for this installment of question and answer time, you guys have asked us, what does a typical day look like? I don't know that there is such a thing when you're managing a company that is growing as swiftly as ours is, but I do try to instill a sense of normalcy. So for me, it really starts with that morning routine. Wake up, feed the dog, walk the dog, have some breakfast. And then I sit down and I go through the same list of things every single day. So I make sure everything is looking right on our order board in terms of orders coming in and out of the company. Everything is looking okay in customer service. Everything looking okay in Google Analytics. Is our site converting the same? Are the pages loading at the same speed? Making sure that the ship is steady. And so I start my day every single day scanning through those things. The second thing that I do is I think about, okay, what are the high value projects that I need to work on? I think the most important thing when you're in a leadership role is that you've got to service those people on your team first before you service yourself. So I make sure that everybody who's on a team with me who's trying to accomplish a goal has everything they need from me for the day so that I'm not the holdup. So I go through and I make sure that I have dispersed that information appropriately. And then based on the day, sometimes on Mondays we meet as a management team to discuss, okay, what are the priorities for the week? On Tuesdays, we do a lot of what are we designing? What are we developing? How is that going along? On Wednesdays, I spend a lot of time thinking about growth and inventory planning. On Thursdays, we review what the tech team has been working on, make sure that all that's going to pace. And so each day, there's kind of a theme of a big picture, something that I'd really like to move the ball forward on. I think the most important thing each day is making sure that we stay true to our brand values, which are creating this really great positive working environment, a really strong brand that is rooted in dental, and really amazing products. And so, using that as the North Star each day, I think, is the most important thing. And then Hamish is the same as me, at least 3 times a week. We try and make sure that we are getting out there and breaking a sweat because these are really, really long days in front of a computer. And so that's a typical work week if we're in town.